Hello everybody, today I'm back with more Dr. Mario World, and today we get to showcase Dr. Baby Wario, the brand new doctor in the game, and his skill is specifically picking up coins, which can certainly be really helpful. You sort of get to pick your place if you know how Dr. Donkey Kong's skill works. It's about the same thing, but with picking up coins, and in this stage, you do get to kind of see it in action because there are actually coins, but most of the stages aren't built for Dr. Baby Wario specifically, but there are a few levels here where you get to see him actually being helpful a little bit. But one level in particular I was not able to do on my own. So let's just talk about this one for starters. And it is pretty straightforward. Almost everything is completely encased in ice, and all the coins are in cages, and basically you want to follow the line of coins first so that everything is uncaged, and then you can work your way to the middle, and you only need to hit the bomb once you're in the middle to clear everything out from there. And Dr. Wario doesn't come in all that much handy in this one because you will most likely clear out the coins all on your own anyways, but he does clear them out for you, I suppose, if you are having trouble with that, but I wouldn't recommend bringing him in or anything. I don't think there's a specific doctor that clears out iced viruses, but maybe Bowser or Dry Bowser would be really good for this one. I'm at a loss for who to suggest other than Wario, but once you get rid of these sides here, you can start hitting these cannons, or the fireball cannons, and you should probably save them for when the final coins get open, because then you can hit that bomb in the middle and they all go away. And I do use Wario to get rid of those final coins, but the coins were actually kind of helping you hit the viruses up top, so now I'm going to have to build back up just to get those final viruses, which does kind of hinder my I'm at a loss for what I want to say. My progress. That's what I want to say. But anyways, now I can go for this bomb in the middle. I could definitely just use a red to hit it, but I think I end up trying to get this shell instead and get everything in the middle there. And then I just need a yellow and a red. Now Wario's skill does nothing else other than get rid of coins. So if there aren't any coins on the stage, you might as well not even trigger his skill because it's not going to do a single thing. I usually end up triggering it just because of habit of using my skill right away while using regular Wario or in like versus mode, but it's not that much of an issue. I can take the time here to say I was going to make a video of me leveling up to tier 9. I've done that for the last 2 tiers. But I didn't realize how quickly you'd get to it when you're brought back to the level. And I got to it immediately and wasn't hitting recording because I didn't even know that it would happen that quickly. I didn't lose a single game this time because of the Dry Bowser. They kind of advanced him this week with a few other doctors with that brand new kind of mode. But I think Dry Bowser's a little broken right now. I would highly suggest using him if you've got him. But anyways, this stage here in particular, I lost once, and it wasn't really due to Baby Wario in any way. I don't think it matters who you bring in really. It kind of matters more on how the stage is set up because the colored boxes can change. But basically, you're going to want to hit the colored boxes whenever you can. And as you can see, all the reds and all the yellows and all the blues are all lined up with each other on the side. So if you can ever get in between them to only use one capsule with them, I would highly suggest doing that whenever you can. So if there's like a blue box in between them, if you can get a blue box or blue capsules down there to clear out the blue box, then you can get in between those 2 similarly colored viruses. But other than that, it really is just going down the line and hoping that you don't trigger the bubblers or anything. And if you know you're going to trigger it, wait to get rid of everything else before clearing it out. I don't do it here but I know that this is going to be in the middle, so it can't trigger anything else, and that's why I kind of go for it. Now make sure you clear all the colored boxes as well, don't forget about that, but the barrels around the bubblers you don't have to worry about. It's just the colored boxes and the viruses. Even the regular crates, if they're not in the way, then don't worry about them at all. But like I said, I had trouble with it once, and maybe Larry would be a good one to bring in to get rid of the colored boxes, but I don't think it's necessary. I also lost this one once, and kind of the same thing where it wasn't necessarily Dr. Baby Wario's fault. It's kind of the same thing no matter who you play as, and there really isn't a lot of strategy that I implemented. I always try to aim for the exploder whenever I could, and getting under the keys sometimes can be really helpful if there's something lined up. I think I get under the key a few times because sometimes it does cover up a spot that would be really beneficial. Really, I don't think I'm saying that right, but I'm just going to move on to clear out. So I think I do it right here where that coin starts falling down, but then I bring down the yellow, and then I'm also able to use that blue, but then I try to get another blue down there and it stops me. But by that time I'm already all the way towards the bottom, and it's not too big of a deal. And of course there are no, I guess there are coins, but the bombs are going to get rid of all the coins anyways. So his skill doesn't help out in any way, really. The coins really never get in the way. And once you get towards the bottom here, most of the keys are going to be gone through the doors. And if you have any more of these bombs like this, just aim for them first, and then you can, as you can see, all like those blue and the yellow are iced each once, so you're going to want to hit those a few times if you can, and use any other colors that you don't need to place underneath so you can hit both of the same color at the same time. Like I don't have any more yellows, so I'm using it as a place to put other viruses, and I'm also trying to save as many viruses as possible, but as you can see I have plenty left over, and I'm not going to have any troubles clearing out the final virus here. So like I said, I don't know what necessarily went wrong for me the first time I did this one, but I feel like I mostly did the same thing, and maybe it is just because I got under a few of those keys as they were falling and was able to hit those bombs a few more times before the key landed. But yeah, I would definitely suggest doing something like that whenever you can. Now this one took me quite a while to complete, and that's why this video is coming out a little bit later than it should have, because I worked on this level for a long time with Baby Wario, and even played it a few times with regular Wario, and I still had trouble. And I think if I had just gotten the right stuff with either of them, that I could have done it, but I was kind of frustrated with trying and didn't think it was worth it to keep going, so I brought in Dr. Larry, who I would highly suggest bringing in if you have him, because it just makes the stage so much easier. But it also really is important to make sure that you pick a side here that lines up well. Like you can see the yellow virus and the yellow bomb are right next to each other, where on the other side there's a red bomb and a blue virus. So they don't line up in any way, so avoid going towards that side for now, and then when that side kind of clears out later, you can come back to the exploder and get rid of some more of those boxes. But you only need to get rid of 3 of the bombs to hit the lock, so just pick a side when you're going down. Now sometimes neither of them are going to be helpful, and you're going to have to dig a bit more and get rid of some more viruses to get your way down there. At that point you probably are going to have a bad chance of winning the level, and maybe just want to start over. But when you bring in someone like Larry, you can see the stage is pretty wide open, and at this point it really is just being as, I keep forgetting words today. Being as productive, I guess. That's not really the word I wanted to say. But as you can, using as few viruses as you can in order to clear the stage. I got super close to 3-starring it. I cleared it multiple times with Dr. Baby Wario, but it wasn't 3 stars. This time I had plenty of capsules left over. It wasn't a big deal. but with Dr. Baby Wario, I just wasn't able to get 3 stars. Again, I beat it multiple times with him, just wasn't able to do it. But I also had some trouble with this last stage. I only had to do it twice just because the first time I didn't actually know what was going on. And did something that made me lose a level instantly. So I'll point that out when we get into it. I switched back to Dr. Baby Wario and actually am able to beat it with him. And he is technically able to help in this one. There are coins that he can go for. If there are coins in the blocks, he can get them. Just keep that in mind. So if you look on the left and right, you can see those crates there that are blocking underneath the blue and red floating viruses. You're going to want to hit those each once, and you'll see me bring down some blues over there and then bring some reds onto the other side so that I can get underneath those viruses. I didn't do that the first time, and the flasks covered them up immediately, and I wasn't able to clear the level just because they kept covering up those sides. So make sure to get rid of those sides as quickly as possible. If you get any double capsule, like 2 blues, 2 reds, make sure to bring them down right away. And then you can focus on the floating viruses up top later. And at this point, it is really helpful to, like you see I have the blue at the top and the 2 yellow at the bottom. If you can get a blue and yellow capsule, you're definitely going to want to bring it over there. And if you kind of get sick of waiting or you haven't gotten one for a long time, you can just get rid of, I would recommend doing, in my case, the blue ones first and then the yellow ones later. Otherwise you'll have to build back up to the blues. But other than that, the flasks actually sometimes make a platform underneath the top row of viruses, which actually helps you clear them out a little bit easier. But then you also have to get rid of the crates afterwards. So once you get rid of the sides, it doesn't really matter when they spawn in the crates because often it won't hinder you all that much. They tend to go towards the middle anyways, so once you don't have anything left in the middle, it probably won't be too much of a problem. But they do spawn in like fully boxed up crates, which take a lot of hits. So you're going to want to make sure to get everything out of the way before they spawn again. Like if I let them spawn underneath that yellow and red, it probably would have taken a lot of hits to get back underneath them. But either way, we're almost done with the top row. Now I get rid of those yellows, and I probably should have waited so I could get rid of the reds up top first. But either way, I'm just going to put a yellow here so that I can hit these floating viruses, because that's really important to hit right away before you let them kind of get carried away a little bit. Even though, again, the flasks will probably bring in some crates to help you underneath it anyways. So maybe I should have went for the red. But it's really up to you. The crates can help you, but just be careful if you're relying too much on them. Because now, as you can see, I'm going to have to hit some of those crates in order to get that. And Dr. Wario's skill did come in handy in hitting those top blocks, who I probably will never go back to anyways. So I get to save a few capsules by not worrying about that. But then every time I try to hit the very bottom row, it seemed like I was close enough, and then I would go for it, and Dr. Baby Wario wouldn't hit it. And I'm really lucky that I got enough points because of my point boosting assistance to actually beat the level. But Dr. Baby Wario, if I would have used him a little bit better, it probably would have been a lot smoother if I would have been more patient. But I kept thinking that you would be able to get it on that turn, and you'll see it here in a second. I placed down the yellows and then go for his skill, and you see it looks like it should hit it, so I go for it, and it wasn't close enough. And luckily it gave me the double red, and if it hadn't gave me the double red but 2 single other reds, I probably would not have to restart it, but that double red saved my 3 stars. So it was super close. I'm happy to just be done with it. Now I can go back to Wario for the final set of levels that will be coming very soon. So thank you for watching this one. Hopefully for everyone who wanted to see Dr. Baby Wario in action, this was an okay, a showcase for him. And again, I'm going to be saving all my coins and tickets for another time when the event is no longer running. And I'll probably put in a video or something. But anyways, thank you guys for watching this one. Again, I've got one more set of levels that will be coming out very soon. and I appreciate all of your support. So I'll see you then. Goodbye.